Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review we're going to be looking at the Legacy United Generation Selects. This is the new deco of Wheeljack. Now we're only going to be focusing on Wheeljack on this particular video. The others will be separately uploaded, so in a second we're going to open this up, have a look at everything that comes with him. We're then of course going to do some comparisons with him, his Generation 1 original self, one or probably both of his War for Cybertron releases, and indeed the one in the middle as well, his Generations one, as well of course as bringing in the rest of the pack, as I've reviewed a few of them already. So as you can see, loads to get through this video. So as I start to pop these away, I'd like to remind anybody who's not subscribed to the channel, if you'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now please, and also to thank In Demand Toys, which is where I purchased this from, and as you can see they got it to me quickly and safely. So the packaging, I like the packaging. It's very basic. There's not much there. It's black and gold, or just maybe standard cardboard color, to be honest. We've got like the blueprint or schematics drawing of the 5 bots that are featured in here. So there is Jazz, Sunstreaker, Trailbreaker, Wheeljack and Hound. We've got the Legacy United logo there, which is brilliant, and it's a very long and thin box because they are all packaged in robot mode. It's also officially known as the Autobots Stand United 5-pack, and when we open it up, on the far right hand side is where Hound was, in the gap there is where Sunstreaker was, and as you can see there is Wheeljack. So I'm going to set him free from there and we're going to have a proper look at him. So I've set him free from the packaging and it's time to do some first impressions. And the first thing that you notice about this guy is, boy is he white. He is really, really shiny white, which is great, as long as obviously he's going to keep this particular colour. It is of course a retool and redeco of the Sunstreaker mould, so you are unfortunately going to have the huge gaps on the inside of the calves, and the forearms don't have the gap because it is slightly different at the back. I do like the head sculpt. I think it looks good. I do like the opaque, but I wasn't too fussed about it. I know a lot of people hated the translucent plastic. For me, it didn't really bother me. I think the head sculpt looks good. You can turn it all the way around completely unrestricted, and you can nod up and down at the same time. You can also bring the arms all the way out. You can spin these around. If you move the wings, they can go around pretty much unrestricted. You've got a swivel at the top of the shoulder, a bicep flexion, and with this one you do get wrist swivel because it's slightly different, of course, to the Sunstreaker. You can spin him around at the waist. The hips, very stiff at first, will kick all the way out. And again, as I say, reminder, that is really stiff, kick all the way back. And then with regards to standard splits, yeah, they'll go all the way out to the side. I've just noticed the number on the side is 638, which is of course the same as his Earthrise numbers, not as the toy. The toy had different numbers, which was, let me see if I can't remember. Let me just bring it in. The toy numbers were 5, I can't remember them, 539, whereas the Earthrise, yeah, is 638. So they've kept that the same, but they've gone with real good cartoon accuracy, which of course is what this whole pack is about. So the colours, some people might say they're nice and bland and basic, but of course that's how he appeared in the cartoon. He's got his over-the-shoulder cannon again, and he's got an additional accessory as well, which funnily enough is one of Elita One's. So it's nice that not only are we getting just a redeco, we're also getting an additional accessory as well. Right, that's first impressions done. We're going to come back. He's going to be in his alternate mode. We'll have a look at that, and then we'll come back and do all the other relevant comparisons and display ideas as well. So we're back. He's in his alternate mode. Apologies, no transformation process on this video. That is to keep the main length of this video down, and also because I've uploaded a tutorial. So hopefully now you can again see what I mentioned or what I noticed instantaneously, and that is just how bright white this really is. I mean, here you go, for example. This always guts me because you think that your G1 figures are really bright white, and then you see the newer figures and they're not at all. There again is just clarification and confirmation of the fact that they're using the different numbers. That's his number from Generation 1, and this was his number from Earthrise. To give you an idea, I suppose, just how big this figure is, there's one of your standard figures I always use for size. There is of course drag strip. I've got a smaller Jurassic Park vehicle here, and indeed if you collect Studio Series, I've just remembered I've got a Mirage figure here as well. So, you know, it's just your standard sort of size deluxe figure. There is obviously no translucent plastic anywhere. You've got charcoal grey instead of black now for the wheels, for the tyres, and for all the other parts. Autobot logo looks fantastic on it. And again, we've got the 2 accessories. So I'm thinking, looking at these, that we should be able to perhaps combine these because of the use, yeah, there you go, of the use of the 2 of the 5mm ports on it. So that's quite nice. That's another little bonus. It would have been good if we'd have had the 2 over the shoulder cannons, to be honest, but I always found this, I know it's, again, it's what more do you expect, but it's a very basic alternate mode, even when it wasn't just the same with the colors. So what I mean by that is even the Kingdom mold was also very basic. I thought that was going to flip around then because it's so raised, but it's not. You can see here we've got a slight miscolor match there on the back, but it's only in certain lights and it wasn't that noticeable, in honesty. Yeah, this is probably one of the, well, it's definitely the weakest mode of it, and that's because it's just too plain for my liking, but it is animation accurate, and that is of course what they're aiming for. But there we go, nothing more to say about that. We're going to come back, he's going to be in his robot mode, and we'll do the final comparisons and display ideas. Okay then, back for the final time in his robot mode, and let's see how he looks with these. Now, it is nice that we've got this, but I still don't understand why we didn't just get 2 over-the-shoulder cannons. Okay, he didn't have these in Netflix, but of course this is supposed to be more like the G1 animation, and the G1 toy had 2, and I would have loved for him to have 2 over-the-shoulder cannons. So there you go. Look how small the original figure was. It does look good compared to that. The Elite one bonus weapon again is brilliant. Again, if you want to, you can put blast effects and things on these. There's all the other holes on it, so you can combine and grab together more weapons if you wanted to, just to build it all up. I know it didn't happen in the movie, but if you just want to have these to play with, have fun with, there is a lot of playability with it, and I suppose that is all that actually matters. If you wanted to, could you store these on the back? Yeah, you could, by the looks of it. I don't know why you would want to, but you could store it on the back either way around. It's just up to yourself. I don't know why you would want to, but I was just showing you that you can, and of course you can attach to the side of the forearm as well if you wanted to, again, just to give him more weapons to carry. Right, let's do a bit of a timeline. So we've got G1 there. All of the wheeljack figures have been brilliant. There is Generations 2010 wheeljack. He's really chunky, and we've got a couple of wheeljacks from the War for Cybertron, so I think I'll go with just the Kingdom one. To be honest, I might be able to fit them all. There we go. And Netflix. There we go. Or was that Earthrise? It's one of them anyhow. I'm pretty sure they're all about the same. But there you go. There they all are together. And hopefully it is sticking out like a sore thumb just how bright white this guy is compared to the rest of them. But like I said in the first part, fingers crossed that he's going to stay that way. Hopefully he will do. Right, let's start to move these all out of the way and bring in some other figures. So very quickly, because this is the pack that I'm doing and this is the 3rd review, so this is how they're starting to look so far. They all look good. I do like them all. Let me bring in some other figures for you just to give you an idea of size. So if you collect Generation 1 figures, that's how big he is compared to some Generation 1 figures. There you go. And as I say, this is just for a height scale. It's not intended to scale to be displayed or put together. It's just to give you an idea depending on what other figures you collect. So even if you don't collect mainline and you collect 3rd party, we've got Iron Factory, New Age, obviously that's core class. This is Magic Square, and I've got a couple of others here. Voyager class from the same, well, not from the same, from newer toy lines as well. So there you go, guys. Loads of good things to say about these figures. I know that they split a lot of the fandom, and I know that people were quite annoyed because they just wanted Hound. I like the fact that they are massively different in colour, and I like the fact that at the moment, you know, we're getting extra accessories with them all as well. So all these little bits for me make a big difference, and I think it makes them really work. But that's all I've got to say about him. Let me know what you think in the comments. Take care.